It's happening, y'all. So, I am live now on Roku TV. You can find me on the DIY channel, or you can go to Cave Art Adventures on the YouTube and start watching me there too. But if you're here, chill with me here. It's all good. Everybody, thank you for joining me today on this very special episode. It is episode 2 of Cave Art Adventures with your boy Taven the Caveman. Today I'm going to be doing some shenanigans and crafting. I gotta add some layers to some of these diorama walls. What channel is it? It's the DIY channel. If Cringer was in here, he'd help me out. Cringer, are you still in here, bud? But yeah. I don't know how Roku works. I am very new to Roku. I just know that you can find me on it on their DIY channel and or MBC for their Moore Broadcasting Company. It's complicated. Things are getting worked out. All I know is you got my blessings, and I hope you find it. If not, you're in the right spot, right here with me. I want to read these, but I'm gonna have to read these off camera just to so I can take my time and really appreciate the art. Cause one, I'm a slow reader, and comic books work best for me because I always got art to look at. You know, like whatever. So Gwen, thank you so much for that gift. Oh, really quick, I do want to show you guys this. This is a wonderful comic book. It's a Ghost Rider. He used to be one of my favorites when I was younger, just because of how awesome he looked. His character was pretty menacing and cool, and the fact that he was a good guy made me even more like, oh snap, I didn't know good guys could look like that. Yeah. So I do have 2 cameras going on right now. That's why you see me looking out of the way. What's good, brother? Long time no see. I know. What's up, TNT? Okay, go ahead and tell me what you got. Oh, you want me to tell you? Okay. Well, obviously, because you know your boy's a creator, a crafter, one of those people, a diorama former, you know, a terraformer, if you must. I got you a little diorama. You know, a little something something. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you saw it coming. I caved. Yes, you did. Yes, I got you a diorama. It's not one of my newest creations, but it is definitely one that I was really proud of and that I put a lot of detail into it. And I feel like I learned a lot from that diorama itself. So you're gonna enjoy that. I feel like you're gonna enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, like I said, just wastebasket it. It's totally fine. I can make a new one. I won't be hurt. I won't be hurt at all. But yeah. I really liked it. I used it a lot for photography back in the day. Hey, you know, and I think it's gonna be cool to complement your collection. I hope you find some use for it. But that is what I got you, aside the Nico, and I packaged it in there as neat as I could. That box looked a little bigger than just the Nico. I knew it, right? Yeah, I had fun putting it together. Looking through all my dioramas and stuff. I feel like I'm going to keep doing that. The more I meet people that I think are just awesome, I think I want to send them stuff. I want to send them stuff and just have them review or just keep it to themselves. There's been I think I've sent a total of 5 or 7 out already, and some of them haven't even posted anything about it because I told them it's not about that. It's about you enjoying it. You do what you want with it, like I said. Boom, boom, boom. But if you don't, I will cry. I will cry. Like, I will ugly cry if you don't do a review on it. We can do this again sometime if I get something you like. Yeah, that'd be great. If you run into another one of those, if you run into another one of these Apocalypse build-figure pieces, I will gladly trade you more action figures. I saw that you are looking for, or I don't know if you are looking for them, but I do have Wolverines, the Laura one, so, you know, I don't know. Yo, Cringer, can you do me a favor, bud? I know this ain't your job or anything, but can you help my friends find how to get to the Roku station where this is all streaming at? If not, totally cool. I can talk to the producer and just get a real link to share with people, but anyways, I'm kind of everywhere right now. I got really excited. The mailman showed up out of nowhere as I was starting this. So back to some art, you guys. He looks good. Yeah, that Apocalypse is one of my favorites from my childhood. We were going crazy over this guy when we were younger because we these when we were younger, the size of these things were just outstanding. The detail that goes into these Toy Biz Build-A-Figure pieces were just great. I think a lot of us here, if you're old school collectors or even newer ones, kind of see the difference and see that Hasbro now can do, should reproduce some of the stuff that they were doing back in the Toy Biz days. Like, the biggest one is the shadowing. They had great blackwashing on their action figures. The articulations on the hands were some of the most impressive, I guess, toolings that we were like experienced, not experienced, but like, shown back then. Like, honestly, Toy Biz was ahead of its days with their Marvel Legends, and I miss that. I want to be able to say these new Marvel Legends are also ahead of the game. But with so many good competitors on toys, like so many good toy companies, there's a lot of good competition out there, and I just want my Marvel Legends to be able to match those. I don't have a link. Just go streaming store on Roku TV and look up DIY Channel TV. Well, there we go. That's what I've been saying. I just didn't want to direct you guys to the wrong place. You know what I mean? So thank you for that, Cringer. Much appreciated. So really quickly, what I am doing here is, yes, I am just doing some light brushes of this color. It is my raw umber. I almost forgot the name. And this is going to be the base color for the walls. You might think, well, isn't that kind of an ugly color to use with the other contract that you have, right? Yeah, you're kind of right. It is a little ugly, but these are going to go in layers, guys. You got to trust the process and know that the layers that you add are going to accumulate to what you actually want to express. What I want is, a little grimy looking. I don't want everything to match, otherwise it'd be a little bit boring for me. I do like color. It's Retro Man. Cringer's sleeping. Oh, right. Sorry, Retro Man. Gwen says, next time I can get you some more comics. Just let me know what characters you want the most. Okay. Webman, how you doing? Okay. So the other day when I was doing this, I noticed that I used so much more paint than I wanted. Good, how about you? I'm doing great, man. I'm working on this new diorama piece. I don't know if everybody is familiar with this, but I'll show it off really quick again. This is the corner of it. The other wall is obviously right there. It's drying. It sure has, Webman, but you remind me of something very important, you guys. I am still holding a giveaway at the 5K mark, and I don't know if I'm going to be giving this away or if I'm going to be making a different diorama for that, but right now, because nobody commissioned this, nobody asked for this besides me. So to save myself a little time, I might do this as the giveaway. This is an armory. I'm going to be building some shelves that can go down here so that you can take them off and use that extra space in case you don't want to use the table, the work table, or the lockers that I plan on making for it. It does come with 2 lights. It's got a top, it's got a side, it's got a bottom, it's got a sub, it's got a dom, it's got everything. But this is the ceiling right here. So you can see down into the work. It's obviously not done. I got some stuff to stick on it. But yeah, this might be the project that I hold for, that I give away. Kind of looks like a part of Batman's house that has a secret entrance to the Batcave. Hey. I can see that. Good eye. Okay. Moderator pinned the comment. Yo, thank you. TNT, thank you so much for pinning that comment for me. I have been looking for a straight moderator that can chill in here with me. Got a lot of crazy shit going on. I hope I can get away with saying that. So this is a whole new learning curve for me to get used to, because like I said before, I'm streaming on 3 different places right now. Here, the YouTube, and on Roku. What's up, Roku? And I gotta get better at following the rules, y'all. I gotta follow the rules. Can't be talking spicy. uh, yeah, I'm really excited. You can probably tell by the way that I'm speaking. I'm excited about this new experience, this new journey. Mainly just because I get to share some art stuff with you guys all the time, with more people now. Make sure to like, follow, and share this with people. I am not joking at all about the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be completely on me, guys. You see it. I'm building the project. I'm going to ship it, and everything's going to be on me. I'm paying for it. You ain't got to do nothing. This isn't one of those scams where I ask you to send me, you know, your mother's maiden name or something. This is just me trying to make you guys something, you know, that will show my respect and appreciation for all y'all. I am on the Roku channel. Hell yeah! What's up, Gwenny? Whoop, whoop. That's what's up. I hope it wasn't too hard for you to find it. It seems like it wasn't. And yeah. Now I wonder how many people have seen this on the YouTube. I only have like 3 subscribers on YouTube, you guys, and I'm probably one of them from my other page. I've been asked to a lot about YouTube, and I'm glad that I was hit up with this opportunity to start this channel on to start this with Roku, because they ended up helping me bypass some of those, you know, things. And it's cool. It's cool. Because now I'm on 3 different streaming platforms, and I'm just bringing art to people who like the stuff. And, you know, talking nonsense. Speaking of nonsense and other dioramas, I sub to you. Yo, TNT, thank you for that sub. I really appreciate that a lot. Fatman Comics, thank you. How are ya? Everybody who's hitting the like button, you guys are freaking awesome. Validate me. You never sent me your YouTube. You're right, I did not. But you can find it under the name Cave Art Adventures. I've recently changed one of my names here on TikTok from Cave Art C to Cave Art Adventures, just so it's a little easier to direct people to either spot. So thank you for your patience. And let me show you some of the work right here. It's nothing special yet. Like I said, this is going to take a lot of layers, and I don't necessarily want to paint this in a uniform manner. I want different hues of the next layer of paint to come out differently, which is why I'm just splotching here and there, and like I said, not doing it in a uniform sense. Yeah, let's throw some over here by this crack. Yeah. And I'm using so little. I thought today, because I want them to dry faster than last time, what I'm using is one of my little small pockets here to squirt out some paint so that I can, you know, limit how much I use. It's just going to be easier for it to dry. Oh, faster too, which is very important right now, because I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to just... Hold up, gee, dang. Nothing? This is what's going on. I ended up cluttering my workspace because I got all excited about opening my mail. There we go. Oh yeah, you gotta take these lights out. Boom. So did I tell you what happened the other day? I bought these lights, got real excited. After I bought these lights, I didn't really find a spot for them. And then I was like, wait a minute, that new diorama you got, it's gonna look great in that. So I hit him with some rub and buff. I hit them with some rub and buff, and I feel like the silver makes them pop a little more than and it just makes them pop. It really does. And I wanted that look. But I also bought some batteries. Turned out to be the wrong batteries. But they were the right batteries for a gift that I was given a while ago by Osaka Mama. I hope you guys remember who Osaka Mama is. She's a lovely lady. But now I got this little sign with my name on there, and it freaking lights up. So that's pretty awesome. And you can see my name, Taven the Caveman. I think these are pretty awesome, you guys. If you guys need something like this, hit up Osaka Mama on TikTok. She's got a great shop, does wonderful stuff, and she's just a sweetheart. Okay. Back to this part. Yo, Rob, thank you for those gifts, brother. Thanks for that inspiration to make that video too, man. I hope that you had fun watching it. I had fun making it. I put it together today thinking, hey, you know who's gonna get a kick out of that? Alright, I subscribed. Had to make a channel first. Oh, snap. Yo, John Mayonnaise, thank you so much for subscribing to that. I really appreciate it, man. It's gonna help me that much more. So, you guys want to talk about the HasLab that's been announced? I just saw a few days ago that it met. I think it got covered. I think we're going on towards the next tier, right? I did not order a HasLab. I haven't ordered one. I have a Sentinel, but I bought that, you know, second market. Those were not cheap. Hope you enjoyed your package. I'm going to go in for a bit. Oh, I totally did, Gwen. Thank you so much for sending me that stuff. I'm really happy with what I got. You're helping me out a lot, and I'll check out those comic books too. I might even read them on live here, or make a video of it. Either way, I will enjoy. I don't know where you're going, but when you get there, stay awesome. I'll catch you next time. Right, so the Cantina HasLab that was just announced to have been funded, I think we're on the first tier. I haven't checked it to see if we've already passed the first tier. I'm really happy for a lot of collectors. I'm just a little confused about decisions that were made about it. Let me get some popcorn. I don't agree that it should have been a 3.75 scale. When I first saw that, I missed the fine writing, you know, and realized that it was for a scale that's not even like out right now. They're not even, the line's discontinued, and they're making dioramas for it. So it's either like a late like goodbye gift for the fans, or they're trying to revive it somehow, and probably in a big way, especially since it's a giant ass diorama. I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with it. I feel like the Star Wars crew, not the creators over at Hasbro, but the Star Wars fans and collectors are getting the pooch. You know, they're getting kicked in the cojones for this one. I feel like they need a little bit more respect, because a lot of them are Star Wars fans are a different level. I'll just say that. All right, and they're getting screwed. That should have been a 6-inch line like Cantina. The $400 price for what they're asking would have made a lot more sense to me, and I think that part is bothersome for a lot of people. Just because if you compare it to the older diorama that they made, the one for Boba Fett's throne, I believe, you could see that there was a lot more love or attention to detail put into that one. The paint apps were way different. They actually had some shadowing behind them, and it was a completed set. What I'm talking about when I say completed is, if you look at the Cantina shots that they're showing, the ceiling of the Cantina, like the stalls or the booths, where is it? It's an unfinished product, bro. Yo, Monos, thanks man for the question. I'm working on this. I'm working on this armory. I'm planning on either selling this or holding this as one of the giveaway prices for when I reach 5K. This is for 6 to 7 inch action figures. Obviously, you know I'm a big fan of Marvel Legends and anything of that size. So I made it big and chunky just for them. But like I said, it's really going to depend on how people display their, you know, their action figures weapons. So, and this is the backdrop. I got 2 more walls. Hopefully I'll get some bites, and if not, it'll definitely be up for the giveaway. Right now, I'm just layering this with some paints. I'm not giving it a solid color, like a solid run with the paints, because, like I said, I want the second layer to show differently. The hues are going to be a little different. I don't want it to be stagnant with just black, because that's a little boring. I want it to have some character. As you guys might be familiar, my style of art is very cartoonish with some like realism to it. Inspired a lot by the Toy Biz era of paint jobs. What's your guys' style? Would you guys prefer something more cartoonish and anime looking that's a lot more clean without the shadowing and the different fading of colors and stuff like that? Or are you a bigger fan of realistic looking dioramas? Like for your Gomez's, for your Mezcos? It really depends on, I mean, there's no wrong answer to this, obviously. You like what you like. I'm just curious. Yo, you guys, thank you again for the likes. We are at 10K right now. If I missed any of your comments or anything that you felt I should have responded to, feel free to just comment that back up. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. I'm just, you know, I'm just in go mode right now. After I do this one layer, I think the other wall should be dry enough for me to add a different color. And then we're just going to keep on repeating that until we both get tired of this. And then I might make some webs for my Spider-Man. It's been a minute since I played with them, and I told myself that I would make some today. I got some stuff lined up. Nothing set in stone, but I got stuff to do. Okay. This, I wonder if I remember how big this piece is. I think I should do some measuring really quick. Okay, so this back wall is 13 inches long, so 13 inches tall. Then you gotta add the extra inch for the roof, and then the extra inch for the base. So it's 15 inches tall once it's all put together. That's pretty cool. About the size for a detolf shelf, at least in that dimension. And wait, how wide is it? It's also 15 inches wide. So that's pretty cool. 15 inches tall, 15 inches wide, but how deep will it go? That's what everyone's wondering, right? How deep will it go? You pervs. And it's gonna go in 12 inches deep, y'all. Okay. 12 by 15 by 15, not bad. If you guys got the space for it, think of either buying it or waiting for the giveaway. If you like what you see and you want it tweaked, I can make another one just like this and tweak it with the details that you want. Now, where's my first wall at? There we go. Okay, back to this first wall. Another gun rack. This is one of the longer gun racks that's on this diorama. So now that I've added that first color was raw umber. This next color we're going to use is a honey brown. We're gonna mix this with the rest of that raw umber just so that it can take to that. I don't want to waste my paints. I don't recommend you guys waste your paints either. That's not cool. But you know, whatever. Y'all do what you want. You know, y'all have fun. It's kind of fun painting with like 3 different directions to look at. That's just what that is. Okay. Now, even though I am painting this with more of a brownish hue because I got different hues of brown over here, it's not going to be the final product, you guys. These are just the bottom layers that go into it. I do plan on making this be a little bit more, you know, grayish by the end of it, and weathered, you know, with maybe a brown or black wash afterwards. Because even though I want this to pop like it's something more cartoonish and more realistic, I need that brown and black wash to give it the shadowing that I'm trying to achieve. But you got to know when to add those layers, and those last washes are going to be the last steps before I Mod Podge it and seal it with that. And so if you can see here, I'm pretty sure you can tell that some of these are textured. This line right here is textured, and then these 2 rows right here are textured. Those are going to be separate colors. Like, I'm going to hit those with a second layer of paint that's different from these, just so that, you know, you can tell them apart. For me, it's a little important for me to, it won't let me post, well, 3 times. You have a good day, on. Well then, you're gonna have to get that message across some other way, bro. But, you know, I know what you're doing. You know what, you should just do that. You should just write well times 3, and I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You freaking... Okay. I am trying to break these apart by separating them with color, texture. I feel like doing a little bit of that right there is what's really going to help it. Just the second layer is going to be different for these, and then the 3rd and 4th layer are going to be the same, just because they need to match on weathering. Yo, back at it again. But yeah, that's my goal with this. Make sure that these 2 rows, these 3 rows, this one right here, and then these 2 right there, are different from the textured, from the smoother walls. Smoother blocks? Okay. So, I almost forgot, I gotta do this side over here too, otherwise it's not gonna... otherwise I'm gonna be missing stuff. There we go. Helping that side go out. Alright guys, if we get to 30,000 likes on this TikTok, I'll start using my beard as a paintbrush. I might regret that. Alright. So like I said, we're doing a little blotchy looking stuff right now. I know that there's 3 different coats on here. It looks different than it does on the screen here. Because you saw me do it, you know that there's 2 coats of paints on here. But it's crazy, and I'm, like I said, I'm not going with like thick coats. I am giving it a realistic weathered look on the outside. And I'm being very random on how I do this. I'm not like, you know, I don't have a set way on how to achieve this, but like it's coming along. It's coming along. I need a drill and a hot dog. Brother, what? Ooh, brother, what's that? What's that? Ooh. Ooh, brother. Anyways, back to the HasLab. I don't know what got me off the rails on that. That HasLab should have definitely stayed within the $250 to $300 price range, and that's for the deluxe version of it too. For the size that it is, I don't know why I thought it was for the 6-inch action figures. It definitely should have been instead of the 3.75. That line is discontinued, so it's a little confusing. If they're like, if they discontinued it, why even make stuff for it? You know, I just don't agree with the whole HasLab thing, but I understand it's a whole ass strategy for them to make more money. I can't hate them for that. It's just that as a collector and as a diorama maker, I feel like that $400 to $500 price that they were asking for is really, in my honest opinion, I feel like those are more for custom pieces. I feel like that's what custom pieces should cost, or at least that's who would get away with that kind of a price range. For Hasbro to charge that much, I'm just like, okay, you guys are taking advantage of somebody for your decisions. Like, and I don't like it because it tends to be the customer. Now, this is coming from someone who wants to work with Hasbro in the future. I have a patent for a Dioramas idea. It's a, you know, patent pending. It's a diorama that turns into multiple scenes when you flip the walls and or rotate them. And it's a dream of mine to work with Hasbro. It really is, you guys. But you know, just because I want to make money with them doesn't mean that if I was in the round table when they made these decisions, that I wouldn't speak up. Like, what are we doing here? As collectors are coming to realize that their action figures are no longer being marketed towards children, and they're more being marketed towards the retro collectors, the people my age, you know, the people in their 30s and 40s. It just feels like at this point now, because we are aware of that, we should be as vocal as we need to for them to slow their roll on charging us that much money. I really believe in the power of many. If we all stand together and say something about it, it will make sense. We tend to complain in the wrong direction. There's proper numbers and emails that you know, addresses that you can contact in order to voice your real opinion about what they're doing. And the fact that we do it all online is just the wrong place, in a way. You can voice whatever you want about them anywhere you want, but if you want real change, if you want them to really dot down your opinion on the subject, you have to call their number. If you don't, it's just air in the, and you know, you're just blowing steam off in the wrong direction. So if you guys are really upset with some of the things that your favorite companies do, there's proper channels. Proper channels. The last time that I ended up getting a hold of Hasbro was when they messed up the when I was trying to rally people up about, yo, thank you, Loaf. At one point I put this out. Should we be suing Hasbro for false advertisement? And you're like, oh my god, why are you so serious about it? And I'm like, well, they had been doing it a lot with their renders, giving us one thing, and at the last minute, telling us that we're gonna get one thing, excited for that. We all, you know, say, okay, we're in it for that, and then at the end of it, they change it because of that little small font right there saying, render is subject to change if they want to, you know. and and I feel like that's, you know, obviously totally fine. They have that, but when they do it over and over, in the sense of like we got images for Mystique, a Gore the God Butcher, and Karnak or something like that, and they were on different pinless technology. But when they actually got released, they had all the pins on them, which is, you know, I stopped collecting a lot of Marvel Legends because I wanted to wait for the upgraded version of them, which is the pinless technology version of them on a new Buck, because we all hated that Bucky Barnes Buck for so long before Hasbro actually did anything, because we were complaining in the wrong place. Anyways, I thought it'd be funny to rally the crew up and say, should we all collectively sue Hasbro for the false advertisement? Because promising is a strong word. The pinless technologies on some of these characters is why I wanted to get those new characters, and then once I saw that they were not, I just thought like, oh man, you pulled the rug right under me. Not only that, but the false advertisement, here's where I really took off and actually ended up calling Hasbro. For the Spider-Man 3-pack, the one that has Toby, the one that has Tom, and then the other fellow, what's his name, Andrew. They advertised that the Tobey Maguire figure would come with two hands that are like this, so that he can, like, you know, do that famous pose that he does. And one, the action figure can't even hit that pose. And then two, that action figure didn't come with those two hands. It came with one hand that was, you know, the grip hand, and then a different postured hand, which takes away from what they were presenting on the cover of the box itself. So falsely advertising that it can do a pose, and then also falsely advertising that it came with a certain hand to complete that pose, is what I was trying to get people to be aware of. Because if one person sues, it's whatever, they're not gonna care. But like, what is it, like class like action lawsuit, when like a bunch of people sue at the same time, then they're really paying attention to us. I felt like in a parallel universe, if I would have gotten Steam with that, and we did go forward with like a group of us, and then other people jumped in, we would have made a difference and gotten some of our power back. Now you may be thinking, are toys that serious? Yes. Yes. Toys are... Yo, Candy, thank you for those gifts, my girl. How you doing today? I'm greatly appreciated. I'm doing this thing that if we get to 30,000 likes, I'll start painting with my beard. So if you guys want to try and do that. but yes, as I was saying, if collectors want the power back to say, no, Hasbro, we're not getting away with this anymore, that probably would have been the time for us to come together and act it together. Because I'll say again, complaining online is only going to get you likes, and it's only going to get you the clout that you're looking for. It's not going to get you the results that you want. You got to call them directly, which is, you know, which is a hassle for some people. But if you're ever looking to unleash your inner Karen, I mean, don't be a Karen. Don't call them and just go full-blown Karen. That is the time to do it. When you need your voice heard. Spend your money wisely. Be aware of what you're buying. All that jazz. All day, every day, I do a lot of Transformers, and they do repaints on a lot of stuff. Yeah, they do. Bro. Yo, what's up, Leon? I'm just now going through some messages. I'm sorry. I know there's only a few of us in here. Please forgive me for missing some of your messages. Yo, all day, why are you protecting Hasbro? Knock it off. They're just an innocent little corporation. Just... Oh my god. Are you talking about Spidey? I am talking about Spidey, the 3-pack that came with all the Spider-Man. That one, That one was annoying me. There's other boxes like that too. Like I called them up about it, and they were like, "Oh, but it looks just like the character, like the one on the box." I'm like, "Yes, it totally looks like the figure on the box, but it's a different figure because it lacks the same articulation and it lacks the same pieces that were marketed on the cover itself. This isn't one of those renders. It was a direct picture of the thing itself. So like, you know, like, make it make sense. You can't have it both ways, Hasbro. Like, you can't call yourself... You can't claim the motto where customers come first, like, and then do shit like that. I wonder if I can say the S word. Hopefully my producer will tell me I can or can't. I feel like saying the S word is okay, and the B word, just because they're not censored on regular television. But I'll find out. I'm probably going to get in trouble for one thing or the other, but that's a learning curve. But yeah, I guess that's just that. Weird decisions from Hasbro to make a HasLab for a line that's already discontinued, where they have a perfectly good one that needs their attention and love. The Rancor failed. So did the what was that? The Mandalorian ship. It failed. It's like, dang, dude. It almost feels like Hasbro's Star Wars line is just cursed. It's cursed, I tell you, cursed. And I don't fucking like that. No. God. I'm so sorry. We're doing it live, guys. We're taking the risks, and I'll get a slap for that later. I just gotta remind myself. Breathe, breathe. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so what am I doing right now? Like I said, I am trying to separate some of these blocks, some of these rows differently. This second layer is going to be different than the second layer these textured rows get, just so that it can be that much different. This is definitely one of those projects that looks way different in hand than it does on camera, just because of the way that colors are being caught. If you guys need a place to check out my solid work, you can either find me here on TikTok. I have videos. I have an Instagram too that you can look me up on, where you'll be able to see these pictures in 4K and see what I'm really talking about when I say they look different in hand than they do on camera. Okay, so for my next color, I am going to use one of my favorite colors. It is khaki. Yeah, I'm that guy. The Mandalorian ship funded... Did it fund? I thought it didn't fund. Candy, you just wanted to be first place. Yo, I love that you guys are fighting for my love and attention. Thank you. So the Razor Crest actually funded? I could have sworn that was one of the projects that wasn't, but I'm gonna believe you just because you got the webs at hand, and you might be able to look that up quicker than I can. But for the other things, I feel like I was dead on for what they did to those. I didn't appreciate getting the rug pulled underneath my feet, because I got the Mystique, and I saw that one didn't come with the double jointed elbows, which, that's another thing. These female characters deserve the same love as the male characters. Give them the same articulation. Stop playing to an old belief that girls don't collect action figures, or that guys don't want action figures of ladies with the same articulation as their male counterparts. That's just a little silly for me to, that's just a little silly for me. But yeah, guys, I don't know. These are just some of the things that I think of. It's probably because I like making toys. You know what? I was just asked to verify that I'm still here, even though I haven't left the screen at all. It's almost like TikTok suppresses what you do if you're not doing it as hot as they want you to. I don't know. They'd be weird like that. So this next color is khaki. It's like the lightest yellow that I have in my toolbox here, and you can already tell how much brighter it's going to be, which is obviously what I want to achieve. The last layers, and because I'm only putting so much, you're only going to see so much of it and the other colors. More viewers to share. Yo, thank you everybody for all the likes. We are at 15.6k. Hits all the stretches if I recall correctly. All right, well I'll definitely. I am not above saying that I was wrong, Jordan. I will check that out and see why I thought I was wrong. Maybe I had a beef with the project itself, but Yo, Chris Matthews, thank you for joining. Everybody who's been in here, thank you so much. TNT stepping up and being my moderator. I really appreciate that, brother. Yeah, Transformer Toy Talk. We are just as I'm adding some layers, I'm just talking about HasLabs and what I think about them, and I don't know, kind of just rambling. I think Transformer Toy Talk was one of the first people that took my advice about the number to call. Referring to a different situation. If you guys' action figures ever like break and stuff on you guys, I believe it's the same number for Hasbro that it is, you know, for the line that you call to complain or whatever. But yeah, he was one of the first people that took that advice, and I believe he ended up getting an action figure within a week or so. But that is the only way they're kind of listen. If you call the right number, you know. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you guys another quick view at this. You can see how it's starting to change already. That's pretty cool. Yes, sir. Okay, we're moving on to this next one. If you guys aren't aware, I am holding a 5K giveaway. I'm thinking of either putting this up as one of the giveaway prices or making a whole different thing. I have two plans for this baby. Once it's done, I'm either going to sell it or I'm going to put it on the lineup for the giveaway. If you are interested in an armory that looks somewhat like this with a few tweaks or even this exact same thing, you let me know and I can definitely make another one for you. But the prototype might have to stick with me. Unless, you know, someone just catches my attention with that $, baby. What's up? I really do like these, this color for walls. I really do. I just don't... I don't like them being solid. I don't know what it is about architecture. My mind is everywhere. I really do love just staring at buildings and watching, like, you know, breaking them down. Not just for like the fun of creating dioramas, but because of like the sheer genius that goes into them. It's just, I don't know. I know I'm probably one of those guys that's like alone in this, but you know, that's what allows me to like get really infatuated with making a piece and doing it to the point where I think it's perfect. I think, you know what I mean? You know what piece? What I think NECA, the store, the toy line, is creating a lot of good diorama elements, is what they're calling them. One of the diorama elements that I really wanted was their RoboCop piece. I don't know if you guys saw the chair that Murphy comes in. He's got battle damage plates on him, and it's basically that table that charges him. If you guys have ever watched RoboCop, you know what I'm talking about. I've wanted that one for so long. I totally forgot about it. I put it on the back burner and it just got away from me. But that is one of the coolest looking pieces that I've seen NECA come up with. And I can't believe that I missed it, you guys. Does anybody in the chat have those, like that chair? And would they be willing to let go of it? What is the material you use and where do you buy if someone wants to start? Yo, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Why don't I get some of those pieces so you can see them, see what they look like fresh without any paint on them, and so that I can share with everybody the names and where to buy them. Okay. So, what I always tell people to start with is this XPS foam. You can find this green stuff at a local Lowe's, and if you go to a Home Depot, they have the same product, but that one's pink. It's got the Pink Panther on it even. So yes, you can find this 1-inch XPS foam at a local Lowe's or a Home Depot. They come in giant plates of 24 by 24, and this is how big these are. 24 by 24 is what they're going to come in, and I believe they cost around $7.50, perhaps $8. So for our safety numbers, just say $8 per sheet, or per foam. Here's in the smaller piece that I was just showing you guys. Now, this is a softer XPS foam. I forget what grade it is, but this is also a smaller size. This is a 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch XPS foam, insulation foam. You can look these up on Amazon. That's where I got these from, on Amazon. I believe a pack of 6 or 8. I think they come in different packs, but you can find these on Amazon. And these are the 1/2 inchers. I'm just checking some of these messages. Thank you guys for your patience. Do you have G.I. Joes 80s and 90s? I don't have any G.I. Joes from the 80s or 90s. I only have a few classified series because I had just gone into them. I needed to build an army of action figures, and I felt like just random G.I. Joes would fill that spot in my collection. But like I was saying really quick, this is the 1/2 inch stuff. You can find this on Amazon. They come in different packs and different sizes. And by sizes, I mean lengths. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. But the 1/2 inch and the 1-inch XPS foams are what I am using now mostly. Some of my builds also have these flexible foam sheets. These are really good for cosplay when you want to add small layers to your costumes. And they're very flexible. I like doing this with them. They smell a little weird. Don't smell them. But I use those for layers, obviously, for different textures. Sometimes I like putting these on the bottom of my diorama so there's no slip, because where's an example I can use? You can go 3 to 4 different ways when you create a base. Depending on the texture that you are trying to accomplish, this base, I'm trying to accomplish some sort of asphalt, concrete looking stuff. So corkboard is the best material for asphalt. It does great stuff. It really does. But when I was talking about it non-slipping, you can see that I painted the bottom of this. I haven't added a layer of this flexible foam sheet. this has enough traction on it to where it's not gonna slip. So if you bump into it, you know, it'll stay put, which is something some of us like, you know, because I'm clumsy, y'all. Sometimes I'm clumsy and I accidentally knock stuff over, and that helps a lot. But if you're not gonna use the cork board for the art piece itself, you can also use the cork board to help it stabilize. So that'll prevent it from slipping too. And that's a double purpose or dual purpose that I use these corkboard sheets for. And those actually come in different sizes too. Like this is one with a sticky back to it. What you do is you peel it off after you cut it to size and shape, and then you carefully place it on whatever. And it sticks on there by itself, so I don't have to add extra glue. You can find those pieces at a Hobby Lobby's crafting paper section. Those are the aisles in the back where the grandmas are hanging out. So go find one of the cute grandmas in the back of a Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure she's looking at scrapbook stuff, because, you know, that's just how they get down. So yes, that's what I use for that. Oh, before I forget, this flexible foam sheet I found on Amazon. I found a few at a Hobby Lobby and Michael's ones, but they came in like separate sheets, you know, like individuals. It's just gonna save you more money. It's gonna save you money to get the pack, and I think the pack comes with like 16 to 20 maybe. I forgot already. This is that's one. I bought this like a year ago, and I still have some of these because of how conservative I've been about using them. I only use them for certain things, like I said, layering and edging, like that's light detailing certain cracks or certain this and that, or I have to wrap something with it. There's many uses for that. I know once you start hunting these pieces down, you're gonna find your own purpose for them. These are just the reasons why I use mine. And even though this is a lower grade than what I normally use, this is poster board. I think I got this from a dollar store, and I kind of just needed this for something else. I haven't used these on actual projects, but if you get poster boards from a Walmart, the thicker ones, you can tell the difference. The paper that the ones from Walmart are definitely thicker than the paper used for this one, and so is the foam. It's a lot more sturdy from the Walmart one, the Walmart version, than the Dollar Tree one. But some of these still work if you need, you know, something really quick, maybe like a layer that isn't going to be seen. Like this is a bottom layer, and you're going to put stuff on top of it. This is totally fine to use. There's so many tools. If you guys are familiar with some of the dioramas that I've made, more recently the one that I made for Drost Beef, his Dualrama has some of this flexible foam sheets. This is the Eva foam that you can use for cosplaying also. I also use this stuff. I have bought some from the Dollar Tree. They are not good. No, they are not. I'm getting ready to go eat. Yo, first of all, TNT, thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you for being a great moderator. I am going to be looking for another one to hang out with me. So if you know anyone that's got some time to kill and wants to do a moderator job, let me know. But yeah, aside the Eva foam and all the other foams that I showed you, those are some of the tools that I use for building dioramas. I would suggest staying away from styrofoam. I'm not a big fan of styrofoam. Some people are. I just don't get it. I really only see two different purposes for the styrofoam. Like if you're going to do something that's already textured like it is for like a walkway or something, that's what I would use those for. They're harder to shave, they're harder to shape, and they're just not ideal for the stuff that I want to make. So go with the sturdy stuff, spend a little bit more money, so that your quality can come out even better than what you expect. And really quick here, just because it's out already, Hobby Lobby has this great area where you can find some of these clear sheets. It might look a little milky and faded, but these are just protective seams over them. I can peel this off and it'll be clear. Use those for windows. At one point or another, I will be making tutorial videos on how to make smaller projects, or how to make pieces for bigger projects, right? Like the smaller ones, like, again, how to make a window. I'll be using this stuff. And I'll, you know, teach you guys how to, it's so simple, I can just say it in one word: sanding. If you sand some of this stuff down after you place it or before, it gives it a used, a weathered look to it, if that's what you're going for. But yes, Nerd Cave, thank you for that awesome questions. I know I went on a little rant there, but that's the foams that I use and where I can find them. You go to Lowe's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Home Depot. Personally, Lowe's is closer to me, so that's where I go. And when I do have to travel a little further, I'll just go to Hobby Lobby. They got the stuff. Okay. Do you guys think that some of those paints dried enough for me to move on to the next layer? I think so. Which one am I missing? Here we go. Here we go. Yo, Dread, what's up, my C word? Oh, that's another great question. What tools do I use to shape and mold my foam? Well, I have a few different X-Acto knives, different sizes for different purposes. If I'm just going to edge details into, or carve details into my diorama, you can use something like this, something that doesn't extend out too far, just so you can get that sharp tip to help you make the little indents and cuts that you need. If you don't have a hot wire foam cutter, let me show you guys what that looks like. If you don't have a hot wire foam cutting table, this baby's magical. Okay, you can cut circles out of this thing, you can cut angles with it, and it leaves a really, really awesome look and you know, burn on the foam. Did I use it on these yet? No, I didn't use it on that. A hot wire foam cutting table is going to save you so much time and actually give you the ability to create so many different shapes. Like, I wouldn't be... Sorry guys, let me reach over here. The hot wire foam cutting table is actually one of my favorite tools because you can create layers this thin that you can just stack onto something. You can see here, this pink stuff right here that's coming through, this is one of these strips. I cut a bunch of these ahead of time in case I want to use some of these in the future, and I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy because I want to save time. I know I'm going to have to use it again. So owning a hot wire foam cutting table will allow you to have precision cuttings on your foam that allow them to bend and shape, and you can shape them to whatever you want. I was saying earlier, I have X-Acto knives in different shapes and sizes for different purposes. I also, one of the easiest things and tools that you're going to be using a lot is a ruler. I'm trying to find my pencil. And honestly, that's one of the things that that will do it. Like, so you're going to need your ruler, obviously, to have these straight lines. You're going to need your pencil to go over it. And if you want to you can use an X-Acto knife to go over those lines, and then again, so that they can actually separate them and give them, you know, depth and all that, you're just going to run your pencil through it again. Smoothly. Don't don't rush it. Trust me, you're not going to like it. There's going to be dragging, and it's going to make little scrape marks on the lines that you don't want. You don't want none of those. Okay, I'm gonna call myself out on that exact thing. Even though it's not a big deal to knowing knowing it's there, it's a big deal for me. So okay, so really quick, just to recap that again, because I know I ranted. Ruler, pencil, X-Acto knife, and then pencil again. These foams, once you start cutting into them, you can actually tell what direction the foam was laid in, like the way it was planted, and not planted, but like the way it was almost formed. You know what I mean? If you cut against it, it will create grooves, and it will look a little rough, That's why I say be patient, smooth lines, smooth cuts. Don't use old razors. Don't use old razors on your projects. The older the razor is, the higher the possibility you're gonna have those rough edges. Again, thank you for the awesome question. I'm sorry for the ranting. I'm still trying to get used to all this, but that was pretty cool of you. Thank you. Now I gotta add some of this khaki onto here. I need a Coolio diorama for my open Joes. Oh, that'd be awesome, Chris. What kind of stuff are you thinking of? I'd always imagine some sort of warehouse for G.I. Joe action figures, to be honest. A warehouse so that you can fit some of the vamps in there. A warehouse so you can fit all your you know, action figures, weapons and stuff. But you tell me, what kind of what comes to thought when you think of a diorama for your G.I. Joes? So again, really quick, this is the second layer on the textured blocks, or the textured rows. I'm using a different paint for the textured ones, so they can obviously look different than the smooth rocks. I didn't want to leave the back so basic, which is why I'm doing it this way. Otherwise, I could have done the boring thing and not even done anything to the back, but that's not very artistic, is it? Again, you can tell the slight differences, and that's really all I need. After I get all the coats down, I'm going to go over it with a brown and black wash, probably just brown, so that it can have a matching weathered look to it. Ransack, what's up? I don't know who's all been in here, but it looks like a lot of people are having fun. What's up, Loki? How you been? Chris says, I'd like to have either a warehouse or a rocky terrain type. Yeah, the rocky terrain was a second choice of mine. Looks like we're reviving on the same ideas. That's pretty cool. You know those bunker-looking hills? Yeah, it's basically a hill with terrain on it, but it's all because it's covering a bunker. Like, you know, one that could fit a vamp in it, or like two, would be pretty awesome. Because then you could do both. The bunker that has a warehouse-looking, you know, atmosphere to it, and then on top of all that, you could have the woodland-looking part of the diorama, where really you could make look like any sort of wooding, like any outdoor setting, where you got the white rock kind of outlook. It could be snow, or it could just be a dirt hill. It could be full of grass. there's a lot of options with that bunker, that a bunker looking garage. You know what I mean? So you're making me think about this. I might have to put some extra pieces on the side so I can get that going. Not only that, but if you were to look outside and see what terrain you have outside, what colors there are there, if you were to match the terrain part of that bunker diorama, then you could always take the diorama outside, place it somewhere where it can match, the woodland or like rocky area that you're around, whatever the nature looks like outside, and then just take pictures of it outside, and then it can just be part of that world. I might have to do that here. I have a lot of great spots that I can go out here in nature. I think I'm gonna have to take a hike one of these days, take some photos, find a nice spot where I can return to with that diorama that I'm thinking of in my head, and then just start taking pictures from there. Hey, what's up, man? It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. I'm just here ranting about dioramas and stuff that I like. Talking about this and that while I'm getting crafty. I have this beautiful looking bluish gray paint that I just bought a bunch of, and I'm thinking I might have to add that as the final layer before the brown wash. I don't know. This is coming out good, but as I'm putting this together, I'm feeling more like grayish hues than brown ones. Like, I don't know. I kind of want a gray that will match this right here. But I'm also really liking that it's so different from the other side with these hues of brown. It'll come to me. Okay, so I think I forgot this area. Yep, I forgot that area. Ugh, I'm really happy that we haven't gone to 30,000 likes yet, because I don't want to paint with my beard. Oh, Abe, I'm so sorry to hear that about you. I really, really hope that you feel a lot better, man. I know being there's no fun. I hope someone snuck action figures into your room, though. It looks like I need another layer of khaki on this top row, so that's what I'm gonna do with y'all. You know, I did want to put a poll up about and ask you guys, what would the first tutorial, what would you want the first tutorial to be? Would you like it to be something off the top of my head, or is it something that you need for your own collection? Are we talking about budget's not an issue? Are we trying to save some money? These are some of the things that I'm trying to figure out, because I want to speak to everyone when I make these. I don't know, but it's gonna be fun making them. Okay, we got you right there. Let's add some more khaki over here. You're over-khakinating it. Yo, Chris, thank you so much for those. You're really pulling through, man. Thank you. Dang, yo. All funds that I do receive on here in either place are going to go straight back into my arts and crafts. Thank you guys so much for all the support, for all the likes that you guys have dropped. We are at 16.6 likes. That's hundo, not just like 16. And so I really appreciate that, guys. The support you guys always show when I'm up here is really incredible. I'm really thankful for it. I just can't get over that HasLab. You know, I also can't get over Gwen. I really, really like her. She's kind of funny and just, I think, a really awesome person. She gave me the time of day to even play Fortnite with me, and, you know, like, we're two strangers just hanging out, being geeks together, and I thought that was really awesome. I really hope that she likes my diorama, well, her diorama that she's getting, and, yeah, I just really hope that she likes it. Oh, whoops, wrong wall. Okay, so now I'm gonna need a darker gray though, because I've been ignoring an important part of this diorama. It's these pieces right here that are protruding. I mean, well, I should wait. I should wait, actually. Just be a little bit more patient, okay? Hold on. I'll wait. I wait, you wait. Okay. We're gonna go back to this brown. I believe the brown that I am using is honey brown. Very, very different from the inside. The inside is gonna be a lot more dark with with just black and grays. It's gonna be an armory, so like, you know, all those solid colors, and the outside is really gonna be popping different with like all sorts of brown hues on it. Again, if anyone is interested in some diorama, in a diorama that is like this, we can always tweak these around, you know. What you see superficially as like the colors and stuff, they can always be changed. What you see on the size of the racks, those can always be changed. So it's the concept of it that you see, I guess, is more important. If you want an armory like this and that looks like this with a few little tweaks, I'm your boy. We can definitely work that out. Yo, Zio, what's up? It's morphin' time. Zio, you can find me on Roku right now. I don't know if you watch Roku, if you have Roku TV, but if you go to the DIY channel on Roku, I'm streaming right now. If you also want to check me out on YouTube, this is streaming on YouTube under Cave Bard Adventures. This is episode 2. I'm just painting right now. You will see when they change to other things, like, you know, like tutorial days, where I'll have a full list of the material that you'll need in order to follow along with me. Ooh. Hey, relax, relax. Oh, no way. I don't have Roku, but that's cool as heck. Yeah, I thought so too, man. I was, a friend of mine was doing this. He's been doing this for a couple weeks now. He told me about it a while ago, and he hit me up, and he kind of just made a meeting on the spot with the guy that hooked up him to this, and now here I am, trying something new. Hopefully it'll pay out and I make them some money so that I can make some money. But yeah, baby, this is what we doing, man. We crafting. We crafting for a living. I am now officially a struggling artist. Woo! I have made it in America, baby. Mira, mira, mira. Watcha, watcha. Okay, so I feel like the first 2 layers are a success. All the spots that you guys see that are more dark and closer to black, I'm going to cover with the next 3rd layer. It's crafting time. Is that a reference to the thing right there? Because it was a good one. Yes, a good one. Okay. I had a rag around here somewhere for my paints. Where did he go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? No, seriously, where did it go? Huh. Okay. The 4th paint that I'm looking at is a little brighter than what I wanted it to be. So what I'm thinking is I might go get a darker brown just so that I can darken it a little bit without having to use the color black, because there's already plenty of black wash on here. I don't need to add black to make it darker. But what I do need is that rag. Where did it go? Oh, okay, I see it over here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Alright. I did say I wanted a darker brown. I have to get that from the other room, but I don't want to be away too long. So what I will do, actually, because I don't want to dig through more paints, and we are coming up on the last half hour of the show. If we get to 20,000, I will open another action figure that I've been wanting to open up again, and I'll even start repainting it right now. But we gotta get to 20,000 likes, y'all. I gotta set some goals for this, right? What kind of paint would you recommend for painting styrofoam? Painting styrofoam, okay. Ooh, you missed my rant about styrofoam. Honestly, homie, if you're really gonna use styrofoam, I believe anything that doesn't have alcohol in it. Oh no, is styrofoam the foam that you can use alcohol-based paints? I don't know, brother, but for your first layer, don't forget to do a black wash, you know. Your second layer, obviously another black wash. I couldn't tell you what kind of paints to use, my friend, specifically, but I'll tell you the paints that I use now. I use Trusted Quality, I use Folk Art, I use Apple Barrel. I haven't tried using an airbrush, you know, like my airbrush gun on it, on styrofoam. That's because I don't work with styrofoam, but I do recommend you experiment with an extra piece. That's what I do for my XPS foams. Experiment which one's going to come out better. One thing I will recommend, if you have light spackling, and if you're going to use styrofoam, add the light spackling to it. Like just one layer of spackling is going to make it smoother, where you won't see all the little styrofoam cuts, you know. What material do you use? I use XPS foam, the green stuff and pink stuff. Let me show you. hey bud, really quick, you're gonna go down to Lowe's, or what was that other place? No, Lowe's or Home Depot. There we go. You're gonna go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and you're gonna ask somebody there for the XPS foam, and or insulation foam boards, whatever's easier for you to remember. But this is the 1-inch that they have. They also have really long slabs of 2-inch thick wall like insulation boards, like stuff that you would use on a house. They have those there too. I believe they would also cut them up for you if you told them the size that you needed them for. I personally haven't asked them to cut any of those down for me yet because I haven't needed to buy any of those 2-inch ones. But they do have bigger sizes for people that are curious about it. So once again, 1-inch thick XPS foam insulation foam boards. The Lowe's has the green stuff. Home Depot has the pink stuff. Or if you don't want to go out of your, out into the wild because you don't want to deal with people, totally understandable. You can just order some from online. I got this 1/2-inch XPS foam. It's a softer grade than this stuff. Just check out on Amazon, 1/2-inch XPS foam. They'll have your crafting material there. They'll even have, some of them are even marketed as crafting material. So you got some options. 1/2-inch, 1-inch, they both work great with each other. I use this to layer with this one. And just because you're in here and you're beautiful, don't forget about considering flexible foam sheets. These will allow you to give smaller detailed textures to them. You can engrave on these, like not even necessarily engrave, but you can use a pencil and it'll show what you're doing pretty well. And they're pretty easy to cut. Make sure you have brand new razors. Don't use dull old ones. If you use dull old razors on your XPS foam, there's a higher chance that it's going to drag and create like rough edges that you don't want. You want those smooth cuts. So make sure you have a longer blade. If you're gonna cut them with a blade, make sure it's one of these so that it can reach the other side. One of these. Pink nuggets. What it do? Sorry, hands are tied, but my eyes are watching. Hey, no problem at all. Legendary moments. What's up, Osaka Mama? Hope you're doing great. Thank you for sharing, guys. Thank you for all the likes. You guys have been awesome. We are just about at the half-hour mark. I'm really glad we didn't get to the 30,000, or I mean 20,000 or whatever it was. Oh no, yes, I'm sorry. I said 30,000 and I'll start painting with my beard. I'm glad we didn't reach that. It would have been kind of fun. But if we do reach 20,000, I will open a new action figure that I've been meaning to repaint for a while. I'll even start repainting it with you guys right here, right now. But that's only if we get to 20. Okay, let me put this aside. When you get to the store, remember, it's XPS foam, and they come in 24 by 24 sheets. So they're going to be pretty big. I have to use a yardstick to measure from one end to the other. So, Okay. Oh, and poster foam board, like project poster boards at a Hobby Lobby or a Walmart. They sell the better grade than at Dollar Tree. Don't use the Dollar Tree stuff if you're going to use it as a base. Only use the Dollar Tree stuff if you're going to use it for extra details and layers on top of something else that's already established and sturdy itself. Because the Dollar Tree stuff is kind of flimsy and it'll warp. You don't want warping on these. And yeah. I honestly believe that there's like 5 different foams that I use, and they all have a different purpose. My little thumbs can't hit that like button that fast. What are you talking about, bro? Mine's got a 6-pack from all the thumbing I do. You guys want to see my 6-pack? Hold on. But yeah. See, I've got a six pack from all the thumbing I do. I don't know why I'm being a goof now. I hope you guys are following me here on TikTok. I hope you guys watched that last video that I posted. I just unboxed the brand new Starscream. I think he is the coolest Starscream that will ever have. I really think Hasbro can just stop making them after this one. I don't know what to tell you guys. It took me a long time to find him. I actually had to go to a special collector. He charged me like $250 for this. He was talking $300. I talked him down a little bit because your boy's a wordsmith and stuff. I got that deal. I got that hookup, right? This is totally a legit Transformer. You can tell because it has zero articulation on it. The paint app is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, the best I've ever seen. And like, who else has this but me? Like, I am him. Okay, I am now a Transformers collector officially. Oh gosh, that was really fun for me to make earlier. For the people that don't know, I do have a TikTok and I make some skits and I also unbox some stuff and I talk and rant about whatever there too. But go to my page. I just made a skit. I laughed about it. Friends giggled. We had a good time. I think the best part of this is how clean the Decepticon symbol was, and they have it on backwards, like upside down. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you couldn't even yeah. For those of you that don't know, I do have an action figure that's based off of me, and I used him for my little skit. He's really happy with his pick. Hey, bots, roll out, yeah. Osaka Mama, thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate that. Gotta take a business call. Talk to you soon. Take care, bro. Hey, you too, Chris. Thank you for joining me. Okay. I'm sorry. When I got this guy in my hands, I always take the time to just admire him more. He was a gift from a friend. I am gonna definitely send him something. Don't tell him if Leon's in here. Don't tell him I'm gonna send him a diorama. Okay, this is supposed to be a surprise. Leon, if you're watching, leave immediately. Okay, because I'm about to talk about the surprise that I'm gonna send you. So I can talk on this. Leon is going to get a diorama from me. Specifically, one of those lineups, like that you see in those like cop TV shows when they're like lining up the baddies and they have like the little thing, right? And anyways, on the side of it, you see like the height measurements and all that stuff. I'm gonna send him that as the backdrop for like of the diorama. It's gonna be that. Obviously, it's gonna have a base. I'm thinking of giving it an extra like viewing room, like they have in those scenes. But honestly, what's gonna make it make more sense is if it's just the lineup and probably the side walls. It doesn't have to be too fancy. It just has to be big enough for him to fit all the action figures that he customizes. Because I think it would be a nice way for him to display all his custom action figures, at least by the height, and being able to hold a plate with their name and a little bit of their information on it, even though if it's fictional, it still serves a purpose. I think it gives, it gives him a lot of playroom for the things that he's gonna make in the future. And I'll probably end up, like with this, I only intended this to be the armory, the backdrop for the lineup diorama that I want to make for Leon is going to be different, but I definitely don't want to leave the back all like this. It might just be like a brick design, something plain and traditional, like a brick pattern. But that's where my mind has been going for him. Right, Osaka Mama? I think he's gonna really enjoy it. I gotta get his info on the Lolo, because as I'm trying to like anyways, I gotta get his info and send it to him secretly because I want it to be a surprise. I think at one point he was like, "Nah, you can," because this was a gift. This action figure was a gift, so I want that to be a gift, but a bigger surprise because I've been broke, and I just want to surprise him. I just want to surprise him. The word of the day is surprise, surprise, surprise. But that's the kind of gift that I want to send Leon because he made this custom action figure after me. So I think he deserves something like that, you know? It'll be nice for him to be able to display his new figures that he makes, at least be able to display the height of them, and just a pretty cool photo opportunity for him, I think. Yo, Gwen is back! Gwen! I was just talking about you, man. I'm really hoping that you really like that present. I know you will. I know you will. It's one of my favorite dioramas from the past. It was just collecting some dust, and I didn't want it to just be there by itself anymore. And I thought, well, I think she'll appreciate it. So, yeah, happy about that. Yes, Gwen. What is your question? I'm gonna move on to. So yesterday I mentioned about how you should always clean your brushes. I was just soaking one of mine, helping it to dry a little bit more, but not just that, but you should also be wary of your materials and not waste any. I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to use this stuff up. I said it before, but everything was getting spammed. Oh, my bad, Gwen. I didn't. I must have not noticed that. Well, what were you saying before, Gwen? Gwenski? Gwenarina? Gwen? I'll leave the name alone. If we trade again, do you got any X-Men you'd be willing to let go for a trade? I think so. I've only wanted like the main characters that I grew up with, and I have a bunch of them right now. But yeah, I definitely have some X-Men I'll want to let go of. I'll show you. Oh, you know what? That gives me a great idea. I think I'm gonna record a video of what's in my X-Men box, and you know, you can hit me up on the DMs or whatever, and tell me which one of those that you want, possibly. But yeah. There's only certain people that I will do trades with, just letting you guys know. But I'm pretty sure if like we've been a mutual for longer than a few months here, I'll be okay to trade with people like that. So you are definitely in that club, Glenn. And you're awesome, so like, why wouldn't I want to trade with you? Especially since this one went so smoothly, too. Trade offer. Yo, No Name! Back at it again, my boy. What's up? I am one of them, because I am awesome. Yes. Alright. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to put it up here, but I think I remember where you said you work, and I will definitely make a trade with you if you find some cool stuff from there too, you know what I mean? Or from anywhere else, like really. I am on the lookout for a Butcher action figure and a Homelander action figure. The last place where I saw one was at my local Walmart, so like, if I don't find it there, I'll let you know, but I am looking for that specifically for a different project. One of my friends wants me to make them a scene from The Boys. If you guys aren't watching The Boys, whew. You have a Butcher Pop? Hell yeah. Too bad you're not an DC fan, because I got a few new Batman Pops. Oh, okay. What's up, toy enthusiast? I know, right? Like, you know what's crazy is that I don't have any. I have a few DC action figures. I really do. I'm and barely any DC comics, but I do have a bunch of those DC animated movies. I have, I think, all but the last 4 or 5 that have come out, I think. So I've been collecting these DC animated movies just because they are so much better than Marvel animated anything, I think. Um, but if they've made an animated movie of them, I probably like the person. That's how I keep in touch with my DC stuff. Shoot, I'll even watch Teen Titans. You know, the funny one? Teen Titans Go? That show was so funny. uh, I remember when I told you about the Ghostmaker and Catman being together. Yeah, that was fun to find out about, honestly. Yo, thanks for sharing. Thank you. I actually have a lot more pops, DC pops, than I do action figures from like McFarlane, which is funny enough because you know I think I was collecting them back in the day because I was trying to like make $1 off of them. And then eventually I just like, no, I don't want to sell any of these. I'm just gonna keep them in my own collection. But yeah. I do have a bunch of totes. That'd be some good content, you guys, if I shared some of my totes with y'all. And if I made some dioramas for my pops, because I do have some pops that I want to display. I just haven't been able to display them on anything where they're gonna be like, where they're gonna stand out, I think. So maybe making a diorama, or not a whole diorama, but a display piece for my pops will be great, because yeah, that'll be a new challenge. I haven't made one yet. Yo, what's up, Art? Love the Teen Titans Go. Right, Po Boy? It's hilarious. Beast Boy and Beastborg and Cyborg are my favorite duo. I really like the 80s episode, that song. Called the DC Bug of Pride. Yeah, you were telling me about that. I really need to do to find some stuff like that because you know, as an openly proud gay man who's also Mexican, I need to find people that speak to my character. You know, I would love find some stories of openly gay Mexican superheroes, but those are really far and few. I think one of them. I was looking this up yesterday. And some of the superheroes that are Mexican and you know, like LGBTQ, bruh, they're like doing us dirty or something. I don't know. This is definitely that age where they're like pandering to everybody. So some of the stories are a little lackluster, and some of the superpowers are just like, that's a little bit risky. I don't know if that person should have that power. You're welcome, bro. Thank you, No Name. You've always been awesome. Everybody else that's been showing up here and dropping some likes, thank you so much, you guys, for all the gifts, likes, and attention. Oh, snap. I saw you guys got me to 26Ks. Okay, let me put this stuff away. Okay. I think the next time that I show you guys this diorama, it should have some more layers on it. I do love that I can work in front of you guys and just kind of, you know, shoot the breeze with y'all. I know that I'm explaining and probably over-explaining the steps that I am taking, but they are important to know. Sometimes, you know, we forget or whatever. But like I'm trying to say, I don't always want to stay stuck on the same project. I do want to share more stuff with you guys. And some of the stuff that I do, a lot of the stuff that I do involves painting, so I'll try not to always just paint. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'll find some tutorials that I can put together to help you guys create your own stuff. Like, here's a few things that I made. I wanted to make different tables for my Thor collection, so I made them look a little bit more like, I made them look like this instead of traditional tables, thinking, oh yeah, those look kind of like Viking tables, right? And then someone's like, bro, you just made the tables from the Krusty Krabs, and then I just like died. I grab you some Catman comics next time. That'd be awesome, Gwen. I really, really appreciate that. Gwen, are you just watching here, or are you also watching on the Roku's? Where do I look at you? You want to look over there or over here? Yeah, I'll split it. I'll split it and I'll look one eye over here and the other that way. But yeah, if you guys are ever interested in making certain furniture for your action figures collections, I feel like I have a few. I have a short list of stuff that I've already made that I don't mind at all remaking with you guys. And we can always tweak it to make them look a little different. Here is a table that I made for my Thor collection. I need something that looks Viking-ish that Thor can just flip over and ask for more food, you know. I'm just gonna call these the Krusty Krab tables. I guess I made these. I really like them, even though they're from they look like they're from SpongeBob. I made a couch. This is the prototype. I really want to remake this, but with different materials. This stuff is too felty. it's felt, so it's gonna catch hair. It's gonna look a little. It looks a little lackluster, you guys. Let's be honest. I can make a way better one. But yeah, we'll be making some furniture for your action figures. It's all about world building. You know, world building is one of the most fun parts about being a crafter. Because when you see your action figures are missing something, you want to make it, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it so that I can teach you guys. Okay, I'm ranting. It's 4:45, we got 15 minutes to kill, and I want to show you guys this action figure. It's been out for a while. This is the High Evolutionary from Marvel Legends. Hasbro did a great job bringing us a classic figure into plastic form, and the packaging on it, you know, what are these, the retro card? No, these aren't the retro cards, right? Or are they? Whatever. It's in this casing. Let me crack this off. Guess I don't really need to clean it because I'm about to crack this baby open. I have just about all of these. I don't have the Marvel's Invisible Woman, and I don't have Mr. Fantastic. I don't have them because I didn't find a Mr. Fantastic. If I would have found him, I don't know if I would have gotten him, just because I don't really like the creepy long fingers that he came with. I was just looking for the characters that I didn't have, like High Evolutionary and Psycho Man. I did buy a Human Torch, but that was for a whole complete different purpose, and I do have a thing because Ben Grimm is just such a sweetheart. Why would you not want him in your collection? Okay. And when I said I was going to start painting him with you guys, I meant it. I want to repaint this guy silver. Pardon me. I want to repaint his arms. Right now they have that blue finish, you know, that blue look to them. Oh, missed the messages. He's got that blue hue on his arms. I really want to turn to just full metal. Make an Asgardian bar fight. That sounds like a hoot. I might have to do that. My comic store that I got the 2 Apocalypse Waves figs from had a Toy Biz Beast. My cousin and I love that action figure so much that I bought one and he bought 2 back when we were kids, and that's when we didn't have money. So, you know, we were all about that one. I think he's got the better, he's definitely the better beast. I know Hasbro released a few of them this couple past years, but the Toy Biz Beast is still supreme. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you disagree. I think you might have some vision issues. JK. But no, the Toy Biz era Beast definitely holds up to the new one, for sure. Where is my handy dandy X-Acto knifo? There we go. So normally when I do unboxing videos, I also add a breakout video, but this is one of those cases that it's just not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna be possible with this. But they want 60 in box for it. Whew! Did you already check Mercari and other sites like that? It's always good to shop around. Um, yeah, $60 is a lot. I have one Marvel Legends, one Toy Biz Marvel Legends still in the box. It's Storm. She's got the effects of like a whirlwind, you know, with her, in the black costume, and that one cost me $40. And you know, nowadays we're getting to where like Hasbro is charging us about $40 for a deluxe figure. So like I try not to get too bent over it, but there's still those moments where I'm like, bro, come on, man, do it for the collector, not for your wallet. But it's okay. Different folks, different strokes. Okay. So you guys know what I do. Every time I open one of these, there's a few tests that's got to pass before I deem it worthy of staying in the collection. The first test is always the smell test. Oh my god, yeah. You may think this is weird, and you're right, it is. Oh, but there's just something about it. Oh god. That face with like my eyes looking all in different directions. Oh my god. Oh, it's like an oxygen mask. I just can't. Okay. Ah, there we go. Whew. Just gonna smell under these pits here. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah. That's really the only test it needs to pass. No, I'm joking. Articulation wise, you guys, this action figure is not stuck at all. It might be because it's just a hot day, but all these joints on him are not loose, they're not stiff, they're just perfect. The porridge is just right, you guys. Let's see. Knock off your shelf test. I did the same thing last night. You see, we got some people entering the chat saying that they do this too. It's only weird if you don't do it, right, guys? I think it's only weird if you don't give your action figures the smell test. Let me just check under this. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, really quickly, though, for the review, I'll try not to take too much time on it. I already said the most important parts. It's smooth, it's not stuck, it's not loose. Like, I don't know how to do the shake thing because it's not, like, loose enough. That's just me shaking it. You know, like that rubber pencil trick? It's just me shaking it. It's not loose at all, which I'm really happy about. The paint apps on him, there's only like 3 different colors on him, and I think it's mainly this gray and pink. And the eyes are yellow, so you've seen it before. The eyes are yellow, just like on the picture here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this guy up and pop the arms off, and I'm actually going to paint all of the gray silver, which I'm going to use, again, my favorite Rub and Buff, the silver color. So Rub and Buff silver color for all these gray details right here on the arms and legs. Some of the details on his gear, and of course on the top of his head, at the sides of his mohawk. That is what I'm going to paint silver with this Rub and Buff. Okay, now that I've repeated that enough so you guys know what to get if you want to do the same, that's what we're gonna do. It looks like. Alright, so for the most case, these do pop off really easily, but because it's been in the heat already, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to risk it and like break it in any way. So I might have. Okay. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to pop this out of socket, out of camera, because I'm gonna have to use my heat gun, or I'm gonna have to boil some water and rest this guy in there for a minute. But yeah, I need to take out the whole socket so that I can paint inside, not just on the outside of it. Yeah. But I tell you what, though, he's a great figure. I really thought, well, I thought that this would be a little hindering to his, you know, to him, but it seems pretty flexible. I don't know if this is because of the heat. It is 113 in the house. JK, outside. It's 113 today. So it might be the heat that's giving this the extra laxivity. What's the word? Not X-lax. That's something you don't want. The flexibility. I think the heat is what's making this flexible and bendable right now. If it was colder, I'm almost certain this would be a hindrance to its articulation, in the sense of like, if I want him to sit, it's not gonna sit pretty because this is just gonna constantly, like, push it up or something. But I think it looks cool. Since I bought the action figure, I thought it looked cool. I wasn't really aware of much of this guy's backstory because I didn't have many comic books with him in it. The only comics that I have with him are from, like, I think early 90s maybe. So there wasn't much story. There was just references to him. But he looks pretty cool. Yeah. Do you guys have this action figure in your collection? And have you modded him in any ways? So I have a stickers wall right behind me. I'm just gonna cut these little extra flappies off, and I'm just gonna put some glue on the back and put it up on there, because I want to fill that sucker up. Once the whole wall is full, I will do a reveal of my stickers wall, and hopefully it'll encourage you to use up that bag of stickers that you haven't used in like 5 years. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that's stuffed in the closet, you just ignore and keep shoving stickers into it. Make a collage, alright? Do something fun and artistic with those stickers. Make a collage, and then once your collage is finished, cut a slice of that baby off, put it on some canvas, and Mod Podge it so you can have some art like on your wall. I don't know. Just a quick idea for all of our leftover art from all these packagings, because man, as an artist, I don't want to see other artists' work just getting tossed away. All the Marvel Legends from like 5 to 10 years ago, they have beautiful art on them, and I hate it to go to waste. I actually ended up cutting a lot of those boxes up just so that I can keep the art, so that I can make my stickers wall. But anyways, I'm ranting. I said I was gonna paint him with you guys, but I'm down to 4 minutes. I think I'll do this, at least half of him. I'll paint a half of this action figure off camera, and I'll paint the other half on camera, just so that you guys can see the differences on what the silver buff is going to do for this. Because that buff works miracles. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna look that much cleaner, and I might add a black wash to it once the whole thing is painted. Remember, you don't want to add a black wash when it's halfway painted. I just want to paint one half so that you guys can tell the difference, so that you don't say, oh, it looks like you did nothing. But anyways, yeah. What do you think, High Evolutionary? Do you want to go with like a purple hue, or do you want to keep it pink? Like, what's up with you? What's that? You don't care? Cool, neither do I. Alright. And of course, he does come with 2 other hands, matching hands for... He's got the fisticuffs. He's got the fists. And he's got open hands. Both are incredibly made. Obviously, the fists are just what we are used to. These open hands are a little bit different. They're a little bit stiffer than the other hands that I see. But hey, that's cool. It's whatever. Every time that I open a new action figure, I'm always like, can you make a diorama or a display piece for it? The thing that my mind goes to when I think of creating a display piece for this High Evolutionary is that scene from the Guardians of the Galaxy, that he's sitting on the chair on his he's sitting down. I think he's writing some notes or something, and he's telling Star-Lord to like wait a minute before he talks to him. I would like something like that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. That is a project for future me. I wish I had more arms so that I could be building all the time, and you know, other stuff of like the PG type, not nothing weird or gross. Here we go. All right, he's just gonna hold his hands. He's all menacingly like. He's doing the Mr. Burns. Excellent. Yes, excellent. I'm totally not a villain. Oof. Cool. So I got a few layers of paint down today. I made a few friends, caught up with a few people, which is always great. I really love that. And I also, what did I also do? I got to tell you guys about the kind of foams that I use for my projects. XPS foam, pink insulation foam, green guard insulation. There's the flexible foam sheets that you guys can find on Amazon. Don't forget to check when you're on Amazon for the 1/2" XPS foam sheets. They come in different sizes. There's a certain company out there that doesn't package them very well. If I could remember their names, I would tell you guys. I probably shouldn't even mention that. I'm just gonna say good luck to y'all. Good luck to you guys when you go shopping for those XPS foam pieces, because sometimes they give you the rough ends, and it's tough. But either way, I know you're gonna have fun. Please try and create art every day. There's art everywhere we look. Let it teach you something, and don't be afraid to learn a new trade. You know, give yourself some patience, and let yourself have some fun. It all comes together in the end. And remember, the first one's always the prototype. You can make another, and don't worry, that one will come out even better. I'm David the Caveman, you guys. I had a great time hanging out here. I hope I kept you guys somewhat entertained. Thank you for coming back into the chats. Thank you for all the likes, all the gifts, all your support. I'm ranting. I do this a lot, you guys, but hey, I gotta cover 2 hours, and I don't like the dead space. You know what I mean? Again, guys, thank you for being awesome. You guys are great friends, great company. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right.